Right, before we get into this video, I just want to make clear that I'm not an expert. I'm not an audio engineer. I don't work at the Department of Acoustics or anything like that. And in fact, I'm not very good at cleaning up audio. But this clip came up that was in my head. I brought it up onto my editing software, my video editing software, by the way, and I wanted to have a look at it, and I wanted to slow down the EVP that was captured on it, and I just wanted to hear it again. Then I started messing. Then I started screen recording. Now, what I discovered with screen recording is you can see the screen from where you're recording, but when you go into the settings, I noticed that when I brought down the settings were completely invisible. But very, very lucky this time that I mentioned most of the time what I was doing. So we're talking about amplification, we're talking about normalization, and we're talking about noise gate. That's the three main settings that I'm using today, and the levels of those. And when you're trying to clean up an EVP, don't overdo it. Small bits at a time. You know, if you jump from one setting to another setting, a big jump, you may make a big mistake, and it'll be more difficult to correct it. And then just take into account that when you adjust one setting, on one particular thing like the gain or whatever, the noise gate's going to be out. So it's trying to find that little bit of balance, a little bit of practice. I could do with a bit more practice myself. But just to let you know that the settings didn't come up on screen record, but I just talk you through it. I do actually mention how far up or down I go on the settings and stuff like that. So I'm kind of lucky there. Anyway, into the video, folks. This is going to be kind of an interesting one if you're into EVPs. It was 2019, and I hadn't been long into ghost hunting. I've seen so many people on YouTube ghost hunting, and I wanted to do it myself. So I invested, and I started going out. Previous to that, I was abandoned exploring. And what made me turn to the paranormal is one time I got an EVP inside a hospital. And we'll go through that another day. But this EVP is 1 second of something I remember every day for the last 4 years. Now the thing was, 2019, I went to this a cemetery or a graveyard attached to a mental hospital, and there was only a couple of crosses. There were unmarked graves. I was talking to a lady, a dog walker, since then, and she says there was 250 bodies laid to rest in that small piece of ground. It's pretty sad. But anyway, I filmed 44 minutes and 30 seconds or whatever how long the video was, and silly me brought the files home, put them into the computer, think I put an intro, and then put it out on YouTube. Says I'll look through it later. One of my viewers caught this EVP, I actually missed it. Didn't hear it in real time. Didn't hear it afterwards. But it's you don't even need headphones to hear it. It is low, but it's clear. So I would think that this would be a Class A EVP. You don't need too much cleaning up to it. You can actually hear what it actually says. So I've got the clip here. Now, down here is where it's important. This little piece here. Now, just in case you might think, oh, you put that in there. No, I didn't, because I'm going to put the file. This other file is a Spurt Box session I done earlier. It's got nothing to do with it, right? There it is. Where is the piece? Right, let me see. Bring it down a bit. Right. See this audio here, the 2 spikes? It's just a little bit past the 2 spikes. So we're going to go over to the little bit there where the 2 spikes are. Over here. And just beyond the 2 spikes is where you can hear it. Right there. There it is. So we're going to go back to take this away. So we know it's on that file. Now, what I do with the camcorder is, it records for 20 minutes or 15 minutes or something like that, and it creates a file, and then it starts another file. So if I was running a camera for an hour or 2 hours, I would have a number of files. What I would do is I'd open up a folder on the computer, and then I would transfer those files into it. Then I would use my software and put the files together and create a video. And then when I create a video, I put that video into that folder along with the original files. You should always keep your original files. So we're going to go through this. It's a small piece of ground. There is a wall. It's a good distance away, and there's some houses behind. And it was always questioned on my mind. But this EVP, there's no distance to it, if you know what I mean. But I don't work at the laboratory of acoustics. I'm not an audio engineer. I don't know. But we'll play this.
Were you a patient at this hospital?
Coming up to this
Pins and needles. Definitely some sort of energy here.
Bang. Play it again. Right. Now I separated the audio from the video, and I put that piece of audio down at the end to mess with. Can we get rid of all these? But we got the audio we need now. Delete. I would normally do this on Audacity, but there's the original. Oh no. Hold on. That's a video file there. Get rid of that. There. Delete. And bring. Oh no, come on now. And this over here. If I lengthen the...
Definitely some sort of energy here.
Right. Right, this other piece, this other one here, right, we're gonna focus on that. We'll take this away. I'll bring this over here. Oh, we make it bigger. There's no spike or anything like that. It's in under the noise. The noise is more predominant in the voice, but the voice is there. Right, what effects that we have on here? I've slowed it down to 76%. I did put it down to we put it down to 50%, but I'll show you that when you go too low, too slow, you will distort the audio, but you might hear it better because it's only a second. So we're going to make it twice as long as it was originally. Do you hear the distortion? The distortion is there, but you can hear it. Help me. That would not determine if there was distance involved because it's so distorted. So we're going to bring it back up again. To 75. Let's try it at 60 to see if we can it's nearly 62, right? See if we can. There's still that distortion there because it's slowed down a lot. It makes it very clear, but you can hear the distortion in the voice. Speed back to. I'm gonna speed it up a little bit because we want to get that swirling distortion out. There we go. We're at 75. Bring it up to 81. A bit faster now. There's still a bit of a distortion here, but it's less. It is less. I need a little bit of more runoff than that, okay? Or I cut it off too soon. Right. 90. Let's bring it up a little bit more. I'm doing this actually on my video software, not my audio software. I should be doing it on the audio software, you know. Oh, right. Definitely saying help me. To me, it's a human woman's voice. 100%. The way it was. Can't go any further than the original. Well, you can speed it up, but why would you be doing that? Unless it was really slow. So we go 100%. It's the original speed. I'm going to go into the effects that I have here. With the gain up, right? Put the gain down a bit to see if I can take out that distortion that's there. Aha! Gain is up too much, right? We've amplified to 316, which could distort it, but we're gonna ramp it up to 400, folks. See what we can. Right, the question is, could this voice be from behind the wall with the houses 30 to 40 yards away? I don't hear that little bit of echo or that little bit of audio bounce, like bouncing off walls, bouncing off trees. To me, it's too close. It sounds too close. Is there anything else I can do with it while I'm here? Normalize. Let's brought it up a little bit. Bring it up to 10. Oh. Right, we're getting places, folks. $15. Normalization 15. Fifteen 120. Gate it a bit more. Might have possibly went the wrong way there. Minus 16. May possibly be getting places here now. Peak level. That's going to make it noisier. We don't want the high peaks. The high peaks it's not the voice. It's the atmospheric sound. It's the high peaks. Yeah. The voice is under the atmospheric sound. Peak level. We need to bring that peak level down. So we're going 12. Peak level. 5. Oh, that's better. This isn't the software to do this, because if it was in Audacity, what I might do with this later is actually save this as a file on its own, and then put it into Audacity, because when you look at the audio effects and the volume, I'm up as high as I can go with that. So if I save it as that, when it goes into Audacity again, or if it went back into this software, this would be the 100% level. So you could add more amplification to it, because even though this is boosted to 400, as in 400%, you would start off at 100%. This would be the original file then that you've saved, and you can make it even louder, you know. Right, on second thoughts, right, if I put that file into Audacity that's already edited, and I've made a mistake, I cannot undo that mistake in Audacity, so best use the original file, just, to be sure. The original file has got the original audio in it. If you make a mistake, you can undo it. If you put a file that's already edited into Audacity, if there's already mistakes on that audio file, you can't undo that. You know, just on reviewing that, I thought, that was a silly thing to say. But let's bring the peak down, just in case it has distorted it. We'll just bring it at 202%. Because of a shaky hand, I can't get it on dead on 200. Oh, you can't flip and hear it now. No. 255. Of course, I have the noise gate. I haven't adjusted. Yeah, I haven't adjusted the noise gate, so I must do that. Noise gating. There was a little bit of noise in there, but not enough. Oh, got it. Right, can I boost this any more than it is? Yes, because I've already taken it down. I might go through the noise gate at 400. There's no free lunch, folks. You take something away, it can negatively affect other things. You try to clean up around audio, it's sometimes very difficult. But that's it clear. That's it clear now. To me, there's no echo distance in that. That definitely isn't a kid or a woman behind the wall 30, 40 yards away. That doesn't make sense to me. Even though I'm not an expert in audio or anything like that, that doesn't sound somebody far away. That sounds like somebody right beside me. Early researchers mention when it comes to EVP the importance of noise. Now, when we're trying to clean something up, that EVP is attached, in theory, is attached to that noise. So we're trying to cut around it, but we're not trying to cut too much. But there's always going to be left a little piece. But if you cut too much into it, you're gonna ruin the audio that you're trying to advance, sort of thing. So you kind of have to be careful here. And obviously there was nobody around me that night, so bring in the original file again, where the audio and the video are together, and we were right down here, just beyond this high peak here.
Definitely some sort of energy here.
That's it. Okay, what I tried to do after that was I tried to show you that I panned around as much as possible. Now, I try to show it on the screen record. The screen records only record certain things. I only discovered that now, and I try to show the whole panning around and stuff like that. But I'll leave a link in the description to the original video. You know, yeah. This is not. I just happened to bring up that clip. I wanted to hear it again. I decided to start messing with it, and I decided to film it. That's basically it. If I was analysing audio, I would put it through Audacity or something like that, and, you know, use the software that's used for audio, you know. I'm not an expert in audio cleaning up or anything like that. I don't do it often enough, and I want to learn more. So, you know, I could have made loads of mistakes in that, and in fact I did. I was constantly correcting mistakes that I was making, but the main things that I've learned from Annabella Cardoso is the normalization, the gain, and the clip speed. So you can slow the speed down. You slow it down too much, you will have that distortion and that. And when you are making adjustments, make small adjustments at a time, you know. But folks, that is it. We might go and try and pick up another EVP in one of my other videos, one that's constantly in my head that I want to really delve into. You see, the interesting thing about video making, and you know, you do years of video making, you know, ghost hunting or paranormal experiments or whatever, you may not have the knowledge at the time, and then further down the line you learn something, and you can go back to those videos, and then you can analyze your audio a little bit better, you know. So, you know, that information that you have on your channel, you know, it can be useful down the line, and you may be able to take out some things and bring them to the forefront a lot better than you did at the time. But I'm going to leave it for now, folks. I'll see you next time. Thank you.